like right now, what would you say is like the best thing about being a mom?
Best thing about being a mom is the unconditional love, right? So it's basically it's loving somebody without worrying about if your loving will end. You know what I mean? You guys are soul partners and a family, not just by blood, but you guys are going through the journey of life together. You guys are growing together. You're learning together. And they literally came from you. So it's like, it's another chance to be your best self for somebody. And it's another chance to guide somebody to be their best selves as well. So I think everything about motherhood has made me a better person and has made me love better, learn better, and live better.
Wow.
And world peace.
Yes.
Thank you from Manila. No, all truth. But yeah.
Ba, parang na-stun ka sa answer niya. Parang yun na ba yung in-expect mo?
Ganda ng sagot,
Oh,
babe.
diba?
All truth though, no cap. Like it's, just everyday life becomes wonderful because you're learning and growing. And I'm learning from him every day how to be a more humble person, how to be a more gentle, compassionate person, right? So, yeah.
In terms of like everyday living, could you like give us more insight onto how it changed your perspective?
I think so. For the first time, I held my son in my arms. It was an emergency C-section. I was supposed to deliver naturally. Nothing was already happening the way I envisioned it, but I just went with the flow, of whatever was needed to keep him healthy, right? And for him to be brought out into this world. And basically that lets you let go of all expectations of how it's supposed to be, things going as planned. And when I held him in my arms for the first time, I realized, oh my gosh, none of these things that I would think about matter. Everything that matters is here in my arms right now. And I realized also that, people, whatever they say, all the pressures of life or pleasing anybody else or, people's impressions of me as an artist or like as an actor, as a celebrity, and all these things, none of that matters. All that matters is really, how good of a person you are to everybody. All that matters is, the love right here. And I realized also how much God, not to get preachy, loves me.
Yeah.
And what real love feels like. And for me, that changed so much. That simplified my life so much. And that really cut things for me in a clear way of, okay, this is what matters. And this is what you put your energy into. And this doesn't. And then, you move forward in that. And a lot of people I also observed, it's normal to be nervous about becoming a parent. And it's always good to strive to be the best parent. But it was also humbling to know that nobody has a manual of how, I'm sure people write books, right?
Yeah.
How to be a parent, whatever. But everybody's life is different. Everybody's setup is different. Everybody's family background, how they were raised is different. And for me, this was something that was just mine, and that's something I can take care of and love with all of me. And so that definitely changed and simplified my life. And I would always tell parents, if you think it's going to be tough, then it's going to be tough. That's all it's going to be because that's what you're thinking. If you think that it's going to be an adventure that's going to be fun, then it's going to be an adventure that's fun. If it's going to be a drag to you or a chore to you, then that's what it's going to be. So for me, I took it as something like, wow, I'm excited to be the best in this. And so that's why it's so fun for me. Yeah.
Dude, I like how you explained it in a way that it's something people can look forward to.
Yeah.
Because I do know that, at our age right now, like a lot of our friends, a lot of our batchmates, are young parents or are about to be parents. A lot of them are terrified.
Yeah, it's normal.
Right? But the way you explain it, it's like, it's just the next chapter. It's going to be great.
Yeah, it's a perspective thing.
Yeah.
So like if you set yourself up for something heavy, then that's what you're going to imbibe. It's like acting, right? When you enter a scene, you kind of motivate yourself of how it's going to be. So for me, I came into it knowing it's an adventure that's going to be wonderful. And in every arc of a story, there's always an up and down, right?
Yeah,
and that's
yeah,
what makes the story beautiful. If everything was just like happy, 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 then you won't know what happy is.
Yeah.
Because it just becomes a mundane, everyday thing. So for me, I know I have a lot of things to grow at. I know I have a lot to learn. So with knowing that and having compassion for myself, it kind of makes things lighter, right? Of course, I'm going to mess up. Of course, there are going to be moments where I'm like worried about the future, but it's all part of the journey and the story. And that's what makes it like colorful and beautiful and exciting and fun, because I just take every day. I know they always say like, you should live one day at a time. I feel like that's so, in my opinion, very survivally.
Yeah.
It's living in lack instead of in abundance. So for me, I try to say that every day is another chance to be my best self. And that all started because when I was a kid, my mom and my dad, whenever I would leave the house, whenever I would go anywhere, the first thing they would say was, be the best, stay alert. That's without
cool.
fail. And
That's
I didn't
super
understand it. The be the best thing had a big impact. So I tweaked that a little bit, and I tell my son every morning when we wake up, come on, buddy, it's another chance to be our best selves. No matter how much weight we're feeling that day, or tiredness, or there are days you don't feel it, right? You're not feeling it. But with that in the back of your mind, it's like, oh, whatever mess ups I did yesterday, we're blessed with another chance to do better today.
Super cool. Super cool. Like, I feel like you can write a manual
Yeah.
on how to be like
Make a meditation for the mornings.
for moms to listen to.
Yeah, I would listen to that. Yeah.
Like,
Oh no.
so-
I'm not no way near, capable of teaching anyone anything, because I'm just learning.
No,
I like it. I like the message now.
but you've already
Yeah.
put her in a trance because she it's
sometimes
just
happens.
for context, is to everyone watching and listening. My wife meditates
Oh,
every
nice. That's good.
morning.
So when our guests say things like this that are very touching for me, I tend to just stare at you. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Parang yung mga positive reinforcement and just like a positive outlook. Parang she'll just be like,
No, I love that you do that. You know why? One thing that's gotten me through being a single mother is you got to be your own best friend. And that goes for not just moms, but for everybody. You got to be your own best friend. If your friend was down, right, would you kick them while they're down? No, right?
Of course
So
not.
like,
Of
why
course
would
not.
you do that to yourself when you mess up? It's your life. So whatever you do, it's your accountability, right? So why are you going to depend on an external thing to lift you up when you can do it?
For all the moms listening in, join Madescarte Moms PH on Facebook and subscribe also to Madescarte Moms PH on YouTube. This is actually a place where you can see how PLDT Home is supporting women entrepreneurs nationwide.
this is a place where you can also learn how to start, to grow, and manage your online home business. Join and be a part of a community that is 150K strong.
Hi everybody, I'm Denise Laurel, and if you like this video, please don't forget to subscribe to the PLDT Home YouTube channel. You can do it.